Yo, what's going on? So, this game has come across my vision. It came up in my feed on YouTube, and at the minute, I'm loving some of these. We're getting some really hot announcements, and I saw this come up, and I never knew what it was. I haven't watched it yet. I just quickly did a quick look at it. Didn't want to see too much, but a tactical shooter called The Forever Winter, an official early access announcement video. So I've not looked into any gameplay of this. I just saw it come up, and the visuals look quite and I thought, and it's a co-op shooter. So I'm wondering what kind of co-op shooter is it? Is it going to be in the same vein as some of these other co-op shooters we've got recently? My mind's gone blank on the names, but you know what I'm talking about. The one in the ones where you're taking out enemies in the group, and maybe something like that. I don't know. But yeah, this what am I on mute for? But anyway, right, so let's check this out. The For Everyone early access announcement. First time seeing this.
So, here's the deal. These past few months, we've had an outpour of positive reception from you guys around what we're creating. And we really want to get that game out to you sooner. That's why we're diving right into early access on September 24th, 2024.
Wow.
And a heartfelt thank you to everyone who participated in the beta. The team has been rocking around the clock to incorporate a ton of the feedback you guys
I
gave
love
us.
this
and
feel.
we can't wait to share the progress. Now, I don't believe anyone should have to pay more than $50 USD for a game. And if you want to support the team above and beyond the initial price point, that is awesome, and we really appreciate it. There will be a special edition with the
oh my god, look at that!
And Jason's awesome tunes.
Look at
that.
That
should be your choice, based on how much you guys dig the game. So the Forever Winter is going to be $27 at early access.
Nice.
There will be zero
customization.
pay-to-win solutions. You will earn your gear via skill or luck, and you will not be able to buy your way into Nirvana. You will never be charged for a new character, because that's the way it should be when you buy a game. You will not be charged for maps, guns, additional quests, new bosses.
No charge.
That nickel and diming shit is for the birds. We will charge for skin packs, and any sales there will go to supporting the character team and allowing us to make even more baller characters in the future. Now, why do all this? I fondly remember a time growing up in the 90s.
Yep.
When you could go to
CompUSA.
USA and buy a box copy of Command & Conquer, Giant Citizen Kabuto, or KK&D for $50 or less. Be set for months.
That's it.
I'm really hoping we can.
Bro, man's talking absolute facts. You bought a game and all the content was on the game. I didn't have to spend a single more bit. I mean, look, I get it, okay? It's the business. Businesses have got to evolve at the time. The digital age. Don't finish the game, finish it later. Give us... but you buy... I remember buying, I'm from the 80s, alright? I was born in 88. I grew up in the 90s, same as this guy clearly did. I bought Tenchu 2. I always give this as the best example. Well, not a best example, one of the examples. Tenchu 2. It was a stealth game. You're playing as ninjas, right? You go through the village and you kill everybody, and you do all the missions. And you're like, this is awesome. Boss fights, great music. You earn weaponry in the game by doing good in the missions. And then you could actually build your own levels in the game and save them, and you could share them with friends and stuff like that. It was very early PS1 days, right? But then when you finish both characters, you unlock the third character for the true story. It was a full experience. You're like, it's so good. And then, talking about Command and Conquer, the whole, you literally finished the campaign. You did a second part of another campaign, and you unlocked a secret campaign. It was all there to be played and experienced. So I totally agree. Yeah, and I'm getting real Time Splitters vibes from some of these models. These models are, I'm getting this Time Splitters aura. So yeah, wow. Well, already I'm nodding.
Back there.
I'm nodding.
Now for the roadmap. We really respect what the homies did with Ready or Not. Having the balls to release gray box maps into their map lineup was incredible. So we're taking a page out of their book. We will give you one work-in-progress map early, so you guys can scope it out, have some fun, and hopefully give the team some super helpful feedback.
Love this.
So we can make them even more kick-ass when they drop fully. Taking it one step further, we want the community to get a chance to vote on which bosses and which features we bring online first in our post-launch plan. Anyone who bought the game will get access to an exclusive channel in our Discord.
Oh.
There, you will be able to vote on what or who drops next.
Nice.
The art team and our brothers at Evolve 512 broke our backs to make sure we planned months in advance to give you guys the post-apocalyptic road trip you deserve.
Nice. I love the look
at
of
this.
this.
If the game does well, shit. We want to bring this art style to entirely new environments in the future. It's going to be a wild ride.
Yeah.
Now let's talk hosting. Regardless of how many people play, you will always be able to play with your friends locally and via peer-to-peer hosting. We learned from the nightmares some of our industry colleagues have gone through this past year. So that means no infinite loop matchmaking bugs.
Right.
And no flooded servers where you can't jump into what you just bought.
Yeah.
We did this so that no matter what happens, when you buy our game, you can jump in and rock and roll, even if it's solo.
Yeah.
If you want to reach out to the dev team, hit up the Discord.
Damn, look at that.
There's a ton of homies in there that love Grimdark just as much as we do.
It's
Now
wild.
on a more somber note, these past few months, we lost Spec Ops The Line, Project Boundary, and now they are shutting down the Battlefield 3 servers.
Damn.
The reality is, in the never-ending quest for profit, they are closing the gate on some really special games that inspired us. Games cost more now to develop than they ever have,
Yeah,
and that means
yeah.
risk mitigation is priority 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not their fault. They're a product of their environment. And that's why this year has been so inspiring, to see other crews breaking out of that muck to bring the magic, one ammo belt at a time. Lastly, words cannot express how much we appreciate your support. People from all nations and all ages have reached out, just to say, thanks for going there and handling the subject with the care and energy it deserves. This means we're not alone in hoping we see a new Killzone, a gritty Battlefield, maybe a new Command & Conquer title that's not a bloody mobile game. But
Yeah.
if the response to what we're building is any indicator, maybe they will find the guts to bring those games back the right way.
Wow. Do you know what, right? That was so good. Like, I expected gameplay there, but the announcement video for me just kind of summarized. Like, if someone said to me, okay, have you heard about the Forever Winter? I'd be like, no, talk to me. And they say, well, watch this video. And I think a lot of developers want to do this, but like you said, they're a product of their environment. It's not their fault. It's just the way it is now. It is the way it is. And as much as we complain about it, it's, oh, it should be this way, it should be that way. It's just unfortunate that, like, the general, unfortunately, the general rule of thumb now is that it's make this game as fast as possible, get it out, we'll deal with it later, we'll fix it later, we'll sort it out later. The digital age gives we can access people's consoles and computers like that with data packets that can upgrade a game. So don't worry about finishing everything. Just as long as we get a product out of this date to meet our deadlines and make some sales, break some money. It's like you've got to see a return before the game's even finished. It stopped being a labour of love. It stopped being a labour of, like, you know, spending. You know, how much we're spending too much. We've got to sell a game now. We need to make some money back here. You know, people are talking. And I think you've lost that business model has gone. It's now the business. Like I say, it's just so different now. And I don't think it'll ever go back to the way it is. But it's people like this who are creating games like this, where it's like they're taking it on their shoulders to try and create something that is not crowd funded, but it's fan funded. And you know, you pay to access the game for this amount of money. But if you feel like you want to pay a little bit beyond that to support us, it would really help, and we'll also keep supporting it as long as you keep supporting it. You know, So I'm really, you know, hopeful for these guys. So I want to see this. So I want to see what's going on.
War, famine, destruction, death.
Wow,
Here's
the visuals.
20XX. Welcome to the future.
These visuals are wild.
The Forever Winter is a 4-player sci-fi tactical survival horror shooter that takes place in a future where massive armies are skinning the bones of our once beautiful Earth.
Wow.
You are a scavenger, lovingly referred to as a scav. Within this combat ecosystem, you assume the role of looter and survivor. Trapped between two warring military factions of the future, each with their own objectives. Outgunned, undersupplied, and constantly under attack, You must rely on cooperation and cunning to survive even minor enemy contact.
Wow.
Situational awareness is key in this world. Stop, look, and listen. Trigger discipline will save your life. A target missed is a bullet wasted, and not every battle is one worth fighting. Only kill what you can loot and get away with. Every time you open fire, you are ringing the dinner bell. Make it worth it.
Wow. That reminds me of Attack on Titan. I don't know why. That's Attack on Titan.
Welcome home, deep down in the guts of the city. Refugees seek shelter here, and they choose your level because you have one of the few things that matter. Water. H2O brings traders, shops, and allied mercenaries that have your six. If you want to survive, you'll need to pick up jobs from the two warring factions.
Wow.
Be smart about the jobs you take. The more a faction controls a sector, the more heavy units they will deploy, and the more dangerous it becomes.
Real-time world-changing.
The more jobs you do, the more jobs you'll get. And the longer you'll keep everyone alive. No one gets by in this world all on their own, so don't be afraid to help others when you can. Donation stations are made available where high-level vets can share gear with low-level baby scavs.
Wow.
You were in their shoes once too. Here you can customize your rig, an innovative modular platform that grants you advanced abilities. Pneumatic jump allows you to quickly traverse rough terrain and reach hard-to-get drops. Turrets allow you to shred, at least for a short time.
Wow.
And scanners allow you to scout ahead to plan your route. You want guns? You've got them. Modify and upgrade your firearms for the jobs you take.
Look at the weaponry.
Always remember, the more gear and ammo you bring in, the less you can carry out. So spec accordingly.
Damn.
Once you're kitted up, it's time to enter the macro city of Lost Angels. Megastructures meant to house millions lie vacant, while automated underground factories churn out war machines by the minute. As the war rages and destroys the world
visuals,
by
though.
day, AI-driven machines nicknamed the Night Shift rebuild by night. Recovery units stalk the streets, dragging the wounded and the dead to be harvested for their organs.
Yeah.
Learn your surroundings, avoid patrols, and maybe you can make it out alive.
God damn, this is some shit right here.
Every job has rewards and consequences. The details matter. Make sure to dig into the intel thoroughly before heading out. Missions may include sabotaging faction facilities, collecting debts, and good old-fashioned MDKs. No matter how easy you think the job is, don't get complacent. Things can change at the drop of a casing.
Oh my god, look at that! That is wild, bro.
If by some chance you find something of real value, you will be hunted, and the factions will send bosses that far exceed your fire team's capabilities. Take note of their weaknesses and plan your strategy to take them down. Even fully geared, it will require coordination,
Look at this.
teamwork, and a bit of luck. There are only 3 types of scavs: the fast, the smart, and the dead. So
Nice.
don't be ashamed to retreat if the fighting gets too hot. Remember, there are no heroes here. Just a few men and women running around in the dark with half-empty magazines. Forever.
Man, this game is cooking. What? Oh my god, the visuals are fantastic. It's like a. Oh, it reminds you. It's got so many. Again, it's just a game with so many elements in it. It's like it's combined the best bits of kind of culture that they've seen, and have created this kind of looter shooter with like a, real emphasis on like, you've got to go out to earn your kind of way, and you can be top tier, and you can help other people when you've got like the gig flowing. You're just there. And I think it's one of those games that people are like, oh man, look at these guys, look how kitted these guys are. You can tell these guys have put time in, and like, yeah man, we'll sort you out. And it creates that kind of that community bond, and you meet people in the community, and you build on it. With we've got the Discords, we've got like the chats, there's so many places you can build this sort of thing. It's one of those games that it fits the times for a good price point, and it fits the time, and it's made so that you can progress, even though if you haven't got a team, you could do solo stuff. So yeah, but that's crazy. I mean, back to back watching those really puts a it sets up an idea of the game, and it also sets up like a, you know, how the game looks. And if you've never seen the Forever Winner like me, you know, I'll definitely get it on early access just to give it a go. Honestly, I really would, just to support these guys. I love that mission statement, and I love like the feel that I'm getting from this game, and the visuals are beautiful. And it's a game that I've never really played, but it's a game I'd love to play, to try it out. And you know, even if I don't like it, or it's not really my thing, or I don't get right into it, at least I've supported in my own small way these developers, these people who are creating this game, and they're doing it for other people who enjoy it, and I can say I did my bit, sort of thing. So yeah, hell yeah, the Forever Winner, let's go. Keep an eye out for that early access September 24th, I believe it was. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be jumping on that. Nice one, appreciate it. Nice.